Okay. Okay. We're going to start with lighting the first candle, Umoja for unity, and that is the black candle. Okay. That's what I said. Oh no, I don't know. Yeah. I don't. We don't smoke. Yeah.
Thank you, Hayden.
Okay, but you got to hold it down. Okay. The first candle is Umoja, the black candle, and that's unity here on this side. Okay. Okay. We're gonna make this fast. The second one is going to be Kukacha, and that is the first red candle. Kukacha. I said I would have a problem with it.
Thank you.
As long as
We help each other.
the first red one. And thank you so much. The third one is Ujima, collective work and responsibility. That's the green one. Oh, you got the red one yet? You can do it this way. There, that lit there. The wick is here. Yeah. Okay. And this is the third one. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Okay. And the fourth one is Ujama, and that's cooperative economics. The red. Yeah, we go back and forth. Get a little closer. You could tell. The fifth one is Nia, purpose. Uh-oh. Okay. The wick there. It looks like the wick is okay. Well, we know it's this green one because the wick is melted onto it. Okay. The sixth one is okay.
Thank you, Hayden.
Okay.
Yeah, Adrian, that's right.
We need our men.
Billion Man March.
Okay. Okay. It's on. It's lit. Okay. The sixth one is Kumba, creativity. And the last one is Imani, faith. And with all of these, you personally take these meanings for yourself, your family, and your community. It's way front. Okay. It's okay. And no, okay. Huh? That's it. And we wish everyone a happy Kwanzaa.
Just send you here there.
Thank you for being so.
Thank you so much, ladies. Okay, our theme, as we mentioned before, for Kwanzaa this year is Imani, although, what's the word? Habarigani. Not today is not Imai. You said it right. Ujamaa. Today is Ujamaa in reality, and that was like I think the third day, right? So we're doing faith, and we had a lot of discussion about this, our group, because some people thought everybody thinks faith means religion, and people wanted it to be religious, and we decided to keep religion out as the original, well, what am I going to call Karanga? Was he the founder of Kwanzaa? And it was not his intention for it to be religious, but we have faith in ourselves, we have faith in God, and we have faith in our community. And we want to keep it that way. Okay. And we want our city to represent who we are as Newarkers. So we invited the leaders of this city to come in today and to speak to you, give you all some words to let you know that our city is thriving, our city is growing, and we have our illustrious mayor, Ras Baraka, who is going to our illustrious mayor, Ras Baraka. Let you know why we should continue. He has our illustrious mayor. You want to sit or you're going to stand? Okay, he's going to stand and renew your faith in our community. Okay.
Yeah, either somebody was repeating you somewhere, or it was an echo of something going on. Yeah, it's the Songbird Hunger Games or something going on. So I want to thank Dr. Nasamaya, first of all, for putting this together. And, you know, she ran into me on the street and made sure I showed up here. And I appreciate that, because that's what we're supposed to do. I celebrated Kwanzaa probably in my childhood, earlier part of my childhood, for a long time. I know today is Ujamaa, but we are discussing Imani today. Imani is really, it's not religious. It is to believe with all of your heart in your people, right? Your people, your parents, your teachers, your leaders, and the righteousness and victory of the struggle. That's what Imani says on paper. So I didn't make that up. That's what Imani says, to believe in the rightness of your struggle. In fact, Paul Robeson said the same thing, that what we fight for is because of the struggle that we are involved in, is because what we fight for is right, right? So at the end of the day, that's really what Imani represents, our belief in our ability to win. That's what it is. It's our belief in our ability to be victorious no matter all of the odds, that we believe in our struggle. We believe in our people no matter what they've been through, how wild people act sometimes, or how difficult things become. We believe that ultimately we are good people and we want good for each other and we want to win collectively, right? We believe in the folks in our community who try to fight and struggle with us collectively so we can get to the place that we need to get to collectively. Not individually. Sometimes we get our individual struggle confused with our collective struggle. And Imani is about having faith in our collective efforts, not in our individual efforts. Because sometimes our individual efforts don't go the way we want it to go. And so we lose faith in our collective effort, right? And so we can never lose faith in our collective effort. Our collective effort is what we've been a part of since we showed up here, right? So I do want to, before I even get into the city, say that Kwanzaa is an African American holiday. So I just wanted to make that clear, because sometimes we think it's an African holiday, but it isn't. It is purely a construct of us being Americanized, right? Of the person that became an American through the act of slavery and Reconstruction. That's African Americans came up with Kwanzaa because we were excluded from everything else, right? And so we had to have faith and create something that we could believe in, that would help us deal with, understand everything that's been happening or heaped upon us from generation to generation to generation. Sometimes that's lost because we've lost our griots in some instances, people who tell our stories, who pass it down from generation to generation. That's why it was a struggle even here. I was pleased to come in here and see the display out there. That display is incredible. And I met, where's the young lady who put that together? She said, there you go. Please stand up, let people see. You're young enough. But that was important to me because the things we struggle for, people like are trying to preserve things that don't represent us. And everything that just because it's historical doesn't mean it needs to be preserved. Right. So people have trouble with me thinking that we should change the name of Broad Street. Right. Because Broad, when I saw that, I was like, wow, the floggings that took place on Broad Street for our ancestors meant something ugly. Right. So or the question about George Washington. And so I always tell people, we're not demanding that you not celebrate George Washington. We're just asking that you don't make us celebrate George Washington. Right. Like, so I'm not upset that you want to parade around and say George Washington, all that. That's your business. But you can't put that on me and my children, right? Because that's counter to what we struggle for. If I have faith in my struggle, I have to believe that one day we'll be able to name the places where we went. We'll be able to identify ourselves in the institutions that were erected. When you walk around, you'll be able to see our faces on places to show people we existed here, not just as chattel. Right, that we had other expression here, and so when we paint, when we use art, when we use history, when we use all of those things, we just need to tell the full story. So I'm not upset at your part of the story. I'm just upset that I'm not included in it. So when you add me to the story changes dramatically, right? And so our struggle is also about telling the story that includes us so our children and their children's children can understand their relationship to it all, right? What is my relationship to Newark, right? What is my relationship to Freeling Heights and Avenue, right? What is my relationship to all of these places that existed in the city of Newark? Some of these places you're claiming as your neighborhood that are named after people who owned your ancestors. And so when you begin to understand that, you look at those things differently. You look at that street differently. You look at that block differently. You look at yourself differently. You look at the city differently. And you may give yourself a responsibility, which is another part of Kwanzaa, collective work and responsibility. Notice the collectivity of the work and responsibility. You may feel like you're now responsible to do something about that history that you now know, right? And I want you to have faith in the teachers, in the leaders, as the value system points out, right? And it's difficult having faith in people because people make error. They make mistakes. So it's better to have faith in the struggle, that faith in the cause, right? And hopefully everybody is working collectively towards advancing that objective. Right? It does not mean that we always have to agree on each individual step we take, but we must agree on the destination. We understand that? We must collectively agree on where we're going. If we in this car together, you can argue that we should turn here, turn there, or we should stop here and go faster here, but you can't say we're not going there because we got in this car together because we made an agreement, a pact to go there. And the only reason I'm in here with you, bruh, is because we all decided to go there. And so when we have faith in that, faith in our collective efforts, in the fact that, you know, we have to rebuild a place that was created so that we suffer. I know it's difficult for people to swallow that, particularly coming from the mayor of the city, that these institutions and the places that we're in were created for us to serve, right? And not to lead. And so when that dynamic changes, and our struggle to change that dynamic causes pushback and friction and aggravation and frustration, because there are a lot of things happening all at the same time, because the people who created this created it to last for centuries. And we are struggling against it every single day you walk out of the house. You're struggling against it, whether you're struggling for housing, you're struggling for access to food, whether you're struggling so you're not incarcerated, right? You're struggling to make money, to create wealth for yourself. You're struggling to get a decent and proper education. You're struggling so that the institutions that exist represent you, include you, are about you, that you are not just on the menu, but you're at the table, that you're fighting with these institutions to do that. And many people fight in various ways. My father used to say there are people who like they fighting about food and vegetarianism and access to food. There are people who are fighting because they want cultural identity and they fighting for cultural identity. There are people that are fighting for democracy and they want to be represented democratically. There are people that are fighting for self-determination. There are people who want to build their own buildings, build their own schools, build their own bus companies, right? There are people that are fighting so the school systems to educate our children correctly and not teach us, like in Florida, that slavery didn't exist, or like Nikki Haley said, that slavery, that the Civil War really didn't have anything to do with slavery. It had to be forced to say slavery, right? People fighting against that. There are people fighting so we have access to quality and decent healthcare. There are people that are fighting for us to have housing and all of these things. And though those things seem separate, they're really a part of the same struggle. And our job is to make sure that we're able to make a relationship between all of those struggles and not isolate people because they've decided to fight for healthy food, because we need to eat healthy, right? And not isolate people because their fight is about education, because our kids need to learn about themselves, and not aggravate with people because they're only in the housing place, but we need quality and decent housing, right? And not fight with those who say we need to have democracy, we need to make sure we are treated equally under the law of the United States, and you angry because you want to be apart from them, so you don't want to have anything to do with them, or be angry at the folks who say we need self-determination. I ain't going to that school, I'm building my own. We can't be angry at any of these people. Our efforts have to be collective, right? And in our study, like, we have faith in our collective struggle, and not let people make you believe that there is a distinct, clear difference between Du Bois and Booker T. Because if you look at the history, you see that Booker T funded some of the civil rights stuff that was going on. He paid for some of that stuff, by the way, even though he was saying, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. What he was saying is, these people will never treat us right. We need to build our own stuff. And that's not wrong. And Du Bois was saying, hey, we don't just need to build our own stuff. We got to fight so they're not lynching us. And guess what? He was also correct that we need to build our own stuff and not be lynched because we built it. Right. And so both of those things is right. So if we have faith in our collective struggle, then we believe in all of it. Right. But if it boils down to individuals, then we begin to be disparate and divided and disconnected and not understand collectively that our struggle collectively is more powerful than our struggles individually. Right. I have faith in that. That's the only thing that keeps me going, that I have faith in that. And the last thing I want to say about faith in this city, as you see it change and transform, and us struggling with it, we're struggling with it because we're transforming it in an imperfect system that is not designed to see us win. So we're struggling with it, and we're struggling with ourselves. So this is a difficult submarine to move, right? It's difficult to arrange it in such a way that we benefit from this that was created with us as the chattel. Right? So trying to get people property who once was property. Right? So to fight an embedded place that was designed that we are 3/5. Legally, we're the only people in America that was made less than human by law. But by legal standards. So just fighting not just the legality of that, but the culture that has existed for decades to make us believe that we're less than, who we are. I have to have faith in the work and the struggle, because I don't have the luxury of pessimism. Everybody else can go home and say, this ain't gonna work. I don't have the luxury to do that. I have to have faith, because if I don't believe in where we're going, how can I ask you to come? If I don't see what's being created, how can I ask you to lend a hand to build it? Even when we fall down over and over again, I have to see the end in order to get you on the road so we can build it collectively. So I don't have the luxury to argue for argument's sake, to poke my lip and go home, to take my ball and say I ain't playing no more, to get my tools and say I ain't showing up to sister there or brother there. I don't like him. I don't like her. I don't have the luxury to do that. I don't have the luxury to say, oh, you from this block, I'm from that block. I can't talk to you, right? I don't have that luxury, right? I can only be optimistic. I can only be hopeful. I can only believe in our victory and the rightness of our cause, that at the end of the day, we are going to win. We are going to win. You know, I know we're going to win. In every book you read, every religious book you read, we win. So I have to have faith in that we win, that the righteousness is not forsaken or their seed begging bread. I have to believe that in the end of it all, we wave the victory flag, right? Like Toussaint Louverture did in Haiti, like Harriet Tubman did in the South. I have to believe that Frederick Douglass at the Emancipation Proclamation witnessed it being signed after he fought with Abraham Lincoln to do so. I have to believe that at the end of it all, we're going to be victorious. That like Mary McLeod Bethune, who sold sweet potato pies on the side of the road to build a university, that Bethune-Cookman exists because she believed, she had faith in the struggle of it all. I have to believe that. I have to believe that when Martin Luther King was arrested in Selma, that he knew that the Bible he was arrested with would wind up on the rostrum with Barack Obama when he was being sworn in as the most powerful black man in the world. I have to believe these things. I have to believe these things because if I don't believe it, if I don't have faith in it, then I go home without hope, right? And if you don't have hope, you can't get out the bed the next day. Hope is what gets you out of the bed. And so when people say you're giving people false hope, Barack Obama once said there is no hope, that's false. And I agree with that because the hope is the only thing that keeps you fighting. If you don't have hope, you lose the fight before you even start. Mike Tyson said everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face, right? They come into the ring, they see him, they already thought they lost, so they lose. So at the end of the day, you got to have the hope and the faith that you're going to be victorious in the end. Despite what the news says, despite what your enemies say, despite what your neighbors say, despite what people who don't like you say, you have to believe that when it's all said and done, you and your children will be victorious. God bless y'all.
Well, if you didn't have faith, you should now. You know, we have faith in our ability to get there where we're going, and to know that we have to do it working collectively, as the mayor said. Individualism is not going to get us there. So we need to realize that and to continue the struggle to get to where we're going. Where are we going? Where are we going? What we're all looking for, I think, is that we want to live the highest quality of life that we can live. And with a mayor like Raz, we're going to have that quality of life in Newark. So the other guests that we invited to talk to you today, we invited Superintendent Roger Leone. We have to have faith in our children. They're our future. And we need to know that our school district is preparing our children so that they too can become functioning, not just functioning, but productive members of this city that's going to continue the struggle to get us to where we're going. So Superintendent Leone was unavailable today, right after the holiday, but in his stead, he sent this lovely lady to speak on the behalf of the city of Newark. Her name is Yolanda Sevilla, and Yolanda is representing the school district today. She's going to tell us that the school district is preparing our students to function in our city and to help us all or help themselves become all that they can be. So, Yolanda.
Good evening, Newark community. So I'm Yolanda Severe, and I'm the Executive Director for the Office of Early Childhood. So I oversee our youngest youngsters that are in the city of Newark. On behalf of Superintendent Leon, I bring you greetings today. So today we celebrate Kwanzaa, Principle Imani, meaning faith. We recognize that faith, the faith that we have in our community, a community rich with tradition and strong family roots and values. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. The Newark Board of Ed's first 10-year strategic plan is our staircase. It outlines our new educational ecosystem that delivers a world-class education to every child in the city of Newark. It reflects the best thinking of our community leaders regarding the structure and the function of our city's public education institutions at this time. For many years, the Newark Board of Education targeted students starting at the age of 3 years old, preschool. But now, utilizing our new ecosystem, we promote the district's Conception to Cradle initiative, where we're working with expectant mothers, ensuring that prior to entering pre-K, students are healthy and ready to learn. As I look around the room today, I can't help but to pause and call attention to what I imagine to be feelings of excitement, anticipation, anxiousness of what the new year is to bring. I too have those same feelings. In my reflection, the mayor talked about hope, but as I reflected on the new year, I thought about change. I kept thinking, why the word change? And it was clear, it was visible, and I understood. I mulled over why change? Why was I focusing so much when delivering and speaking to you about this word change? I want you all to sit, take a moment and pause and think about, why is there always a need for change? Why? Sometimes when we think of change, we fear it. It's because it's uncertain. What I ask of each of you as you enter 2024 is to have faith in the changes that the new year brings, knowing that change is powerful, it's intentional, and it sings. Poet and activist Amanda Gorman wrote a book entitled Change Sings. Change Sings, although written for children, has an invaluable lesson for all of us. The message being, every one of us has abilities and gifts. Those abilities, when deliberately in action, produces change and inspiration. We have the ability here today to influence and inspire others, especially our young children. We have the ability to lay the foundation for lifelong love of learning. I ask you today to believe in the possibilities of what we can do as a community and show the world the greatness that resides in the city of Newark. And I do have the book here, Change Things. And Nicole Gutierrez came with me, and we're going to give several of these books out to the children so that they have their own copy. The illustrations are so powerful, and it talks about being the change that we want to see in the world today. So we have faith, we have hope, and we have change, and collectively, we're going to win as a city, and globally, we're going to show up and show the world who we are, because I am Newark born and raised, and my parents are a product of this city. They both graduated from Weequahic High School, and I am a result of that. So we know that there's always hope and there's always change. We just have to speak life and bring life into what we expect as a city. So togetherness, collectively, one light is very dim, but collectively, we beam brighter together, and we will move through the city as the beacon of light. So I ask all of you in 2024 to be that beacon of light that shines within the city. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Yolanda. That was so nice. Okay, now our third guest, we invited the Director of Public Safety, Fritz Fraje. Did Fritz get here yet? I've never met him, so I don't know. He's not here yet. He had another meeting, but he plans to get here. So when he gets here, we will let him speak then. We will interrupt whatever is going on. But in the meantime, I when I invited Director Fraje, we talked about the safety in our city, and we need to have faith that when we call the police, they're going to come. When we call an ambulance, they're going to come. You know, that when we need some emergency care or whatever, that things are going to happen in a timely manner, and that we're going to have the quality of life that we want to have in this city. So we'll wait to hear what Director Fraje has to say. But in the meantime, you can grab something to eat, and our entertainment tonight, as like last year, Victor Days is going to bless us with some of his musical selections. And the food is ready to be served. So enjoy Kwanzaa and keep the faith.
Check, 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 da, 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 da. Ba, 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 da, 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 ba, 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 da, 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 Oh, mother, mother, there's to be a blue Friday. Brother, there's to be a blue Friday. You know, you bring some Father, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer, for only love can conquer. You know, got to find. So we get love, sister, and we get sour, sister. Don't you punish me, sister. Brutality, sister. You gotta talk to me, sister, so you can see, sister, what's going on, 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 what's going on. Right on, baby. Right on. We don't need to escalate. No, the war is not the answer. As only love can conquer hate. No, to bring some home. Get line, sister. Get line, sister. Don't punish me. Royal brutality, sister. Come on, talk to me, mister. You can see. Oh, going on, what's going on? 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 Right on, baby.
Diego on keys, ladies and gentlemen. You're the mother. Everybody thinks we're wrong. Think to judge. There's a rush. To bring some light. Take it loud, pick it side. It's punish me. Brutality. But about to talk to me. You can see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on? Don't tell me what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? Right on, right on. What's going on? What's going on?
Check. Okay. We're back here.
Am I back?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here on this day. Thank you everybody for coming out to support and celebrate Kwanzaa with us. This next one, we're gonna take you guys back a bit. It's such a joy to be able to perform the songs of our ancestors and carrying on that legacy and living in that moment. The songs teach us so much as a listener and also as a performer, as a singer, as a musician. The music has so much to offer. So without further ado, we're gonna do one for you guys.
Oh, gifted in life. Oh, what a lovely, precious dream. To be young, gifted in life. Open your heart to what I need. In this whole world, there's a million boys and girls who are so fat. Yes, we oh, must begin to tell our young there's a Cause it's the quest that's just begun. You got your soul intact, as you do, yeah, you do, yeah, yeah, you do. Oh, you do. Oh, I love to know the truth. Yeah, there are times I want to my joy of today. Ooh, is that we can all be so proud to say that when you're you got your soul inside. Yeah. It's very sad. Ooh, no, it's very sad. It's very sad. It's very sad.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. All right, now this next one is going to be led by my sister, actually. This is a song called Masterpiece. And actually, I'm going to let her share a little bit about the song and what it has meant to her, how it has spoken to her.
Test, test, test. Okay, my mic is on. Can y'all hear me all right? Still in the night. Okay, okay, okay. All right, if you feel good, let me say yeah. All right, I see y'all. Y'all in the building. Okay, so this song is called Masterpiece. It's written by Jasmine Sullivan. And it's a song about self-love and loving yourself with all the flaws that you have. As a Black woman, you know, there are so many white beauty standards that many of us try to keep up with when you should just really just love yourself. So that's what this song is about. All right, y'all ready?
Pick it up.
My eyes are used to these rays. I'm feeling exposed. And I can't hide no more. I can't hide. As the sun shines on all of my glory, my flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of? Is a vision of a portrait of Mona Lisa. Every part of you is beautiful, and I finally see that I'm a wonderful, a masterpiece. Oh, 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 oh. Who is this I tried so long to find? Filling my head with lies that I'm not good enough, good enough. In my ears tell me I'm perfect. Now that I know the truth, it's time to show and prove. Every part of the vision, the portrait of Mona. Mona Lisa, Lisa. Every part of you is beautiful. And I finally see that I'm a work of art, a masterpiece. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And now I see the pretty colors of my canvas. The works of art. And now I'm in the world. I'm to let it show. And now I see the light. Now that I shine so bright, watch me paint the sky. Bright the sky. I can breathe the light. Watch me shine so bright. And I paint the sky. Watch me see the light shine through, and I'll paint the sky. Watch me paint the sky. Watch me paint the sky. Watch me paint the sky. I can breathe the light. I can breathe the light. The sky. You are beautiful. The sky. Every part of you is a vision, a portrait of Mona, Mona, Mona Lisa. Every part of you is me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Moja Star, ladies and gentlemen. Moja Star, Moja Star. Are y'all still with us out there? Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we're going to continue this journey on. We're going to continue on. And we're going to play a song that everybody knows. And this song really represents the third day, or I believe it's third day, Ujima, working together. Your problems are my problems. You know, we are working together as a community towards our goals. And this song, Lean on Me, speaks to that because I am my brother's keeper. You are your sister's keeper. And together we rise up, we rise together. We are a community. All right. We need some audience participation if that's okay. Is that okay? Y'all help us? Okay, okay, okay. So if I say call me, you say call me. I said if I say call, you say call me. If I say call me. If I say call, if I say call me, say call me. If I say call, you say call. One more time. If I say call, you say. One more time. Said call, you say. Mm. 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 Mm.
Oh, dominoes, we are strong, but if we always, there's always tomorrow. We are strong, we are friends. But you can swallow your things. Show us just what brother we don't have somebody to lead. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lead. Was called together. I just might have the problem that you understand. We all need somebody to we are not sure. I help you. Won't be afraid. Somebody to everybody's call. You say, call me. And I say, say, call me. Now just say, call me. You said, call Hey, you don't need, you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you be free. Not somebody to love you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to get back to the program now for a short. We have a short break from the music, and we have with us director for Rajay was unable to be here. He couldn't make it tonight. Something came up, so he has sent in his stead to the chief of police, Miranda, and the assistant director, Rufus Jackson, sorry. And they're gonna say a few words to you. Both of them. Want to be tonight? Okay.
Hello, all. Sounds like you have been enjoying yourself this evening. Yes, like she said, unfortunately, Director Frajay couldn't make it. this evening, but I'm Assistant Public Safety Director Rufus Jackson, the former Fire Chief for the City of Newark, and this is Chief Miranda, the Police Chief of the Newark City of Newark. I'm gonna say, uh, unfortunately, I didn't prepare to speak, but I'm so happy to be here in front of you all and to represent the City of Newark's Public Safety Department. We work so hard. The men and women of both police and fire work so hard for the safety of us all. But I sit here and I flash back. I flash back to when I was in high school. I went to school in Newark. I went to Weequahic High School. I went to Chancellor Elementary, Chancellor Annex. And I can recall coming here for my high school report and sitting downstairs and studying to complete my report. But it's good to see the young people here. It's good to see the past, the future kids of our community here in the library enjoying the festivities of Kwanzaa. On behalf of public safety, Director Frajay, myself, Chief Miranda, we wish you all a happy Kwanzaa. Enjoy and be safe during these holiday weeks and days that are ahead of us. We'll soon be in 2024. And I just want you to know that the city public safety department is here for you. We're working hard, striding hard each and every day to make the community safer. Today there was a press conference and they actually introduced the numbers for this year, and there's a steady decline in the safety in the city of Newark. Can we give a round of applause for that? Like I said, we're here for you. We're from the community. We're for the community. And the mayor of this great city, Mayor Raj J. Baraka, has been doing a great job with facilitating us with what we need to make sure that we were able to provide a quality service to our community. All right, thank you. I don't want to hold you too much. I don't want to hold up the festivities too much longer, but I thank you and be safe and have a safe Kwanzaa tonight and have a happy new year to you all. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Manny Miranda. I'm the police chief in the city of Newark. I've been in this, thank you. I've been in this position for the last 18 months. I was appointed by the mayor of this great city to run the agency, the police department. And in this 18 months, it's been a difficult 18 months because anytime we have any type of crime, obviously, there's a lot of pressure to ensure the citizens of this great city are safe. But I'm happy to report that this year we haven't seen these type of numbers in almost 60 years. 60 years that we haven't seen these great numbers of less homicides, less robberies, less burglaries, less theft of autos. The one thing that we constantly have to address, and is very unfortunate, is the stolen autos. For whatever reason this year, with the whole TikTok challenge with these Hyundais and Kias, it has driven our numbers through the roof. You can go on YouTube and they'll show you how to steal these Hyundais and Kias, and that's what's putting our numbers with these stolen autos through the roof. And it's a problem that's nationwide. Chicago is going through this, Los Angeles, Miami, Detroit, you name it. So right now there's actually a pending lawsuit with all the major cities suing Hyundai and suing Kia for not providing the proper anti-theft device for these cars. But other than that, we're happy to report that our officers are out there working hard, day in, day night, and they're making sure that everyone is safe. We ask a lot from our officers, and they've been stepping up. So I'm very proud of them, of what they're doing in this great city. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the numbers that we have. So I'm extremely proud to lead this agency, the commanders that we have in the city and running these departments and running the detective bureaus. They're doing a phenomenal job. Just recently, I had a conversation with DEA, a special agent in charge, who's actually here from Miami, and she gave us kudos when she said, this is a well-oiled machine that we have here in the city of Newark, and that stuff just doesn't happen by accident. You have to be intentional, to be out here, to be working with the community. We work side by side with the Office of Violence Prevention and Trauma Recovery. We work alongside the Hub. We work alongside Brick City Peace Collective. That these are all entities that are working alongside law enforcement, helping us, with the social worker, with the mental health, with the drug addiction. Because listen, we're not going to arrest our way out of this problem, right? So we believe that. So we believe that we need the community here to help us, and to make this city better. And that's what we're here for. There is no police department without the community, and there is no community without the police department. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's the honest truth. And we're here as public servants, and that's what we're here to do, is to serve. And that's my motto. I'm here to serve. It's not what you can do for me, is what can I do for you? And that's what I show on my officers every day. Just yesterday, I spoke to 17 brand new officers that are going to be hitting the streets pretty soon. And one of the things that I told them, listen, that whole notion that it's us against them, it's not true. It's always going to be about us. So when we see these numbers declining and we see the officers doing a good job, you know what? We can all take the credit for it, because it's all of us working together to ensure that we have a safer city. So thank you all. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year's to you and your family. And we're here to proudly serve our community and to make sure everyone is safe. Thank you all. Have a good night. What was that?
For coming to the block.
Yes, absolutely. It's our pleasure. Yes. Oh.
Thank you so much. That was very inspiring.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and our program now, we've heard from the mayor and the superintendent of schools designee and chief of police and the assistant director of police. So we are next going to hear from our illustrious, where is he? Oh, there you are. Where are my eyes? This is Christian Zabriskie. Mr. Zabriskie is the I'm not going to say new anymore, because he's been here for over 100 days. Sure. But Christian is our director of the Newark Public Library, so he's going to give you a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. Thank you, Dr. Martin. I plan on saying I'm new for the first 5 years. So just so we're on that one. I just wanted to say thank you. And I just wanted to say how honored I am to be here and be with you at this celebration. How meaningful it is to me that my first Kwanzaa with you is about faith. Libraries are my religion. It is the thing that I truly believe in. And people ask me why and how and what is it? And I say it's because it's the people. It's not about books. It's not about databases or rare items. I tell people all the time, 10,000 books with no people and no librarian is a big stack of books. And 100 books with a librarian and a community, that's a library. And so when I talk to people about my faith in libraries, my faith is with the community. My faith is what we can achieve together. I tell people all the time that the library is the titanium crowbar that anyone in my community can pick up and use with no judgment, no fees, and no costs, and move themselves and their family forward together. I moved here 6 months ago. My family joined me, and we have faith in this city. I have such faith in our leadership. I have such faith in the people who've instructed me and helped me to learn. And we have put the faith of our family in this city as well. So I want to say thank you to you all. I believe in you. I believe in what we can do together, and I believe where we're going together as a community. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Kristen. That was very nice. And we are in a safe city that's going places. So let's give a round of applause for our city. As you all know, this room, this lovely room, was named after Principal Librarian James Brown. I knew James personally. He left us in 1991, went back to the ancestors, but we have memories of James. And right now, Reggie Blanding, our librarian, is going to share a photo and a memory of James Brown. So hold on, and then we will have the band and Victor and his sister for Mosier Days. They will be joining. They will be taking us out through the evening. Okay, Reggie.
Peace. Thank you. I won't keep too much of y'all time because I'm definitely just as excited to hear the band performing again. So please give it up for them and Dr. Mott, all the great speakers who came out tonight, the mayor. It's been, as always, a fantastic event. One of my favorite things about being here in Newark is just meeting people and mentioning James Brown's name and just getting all these impassioned stories that differ from everyone that I meet. That's, and this is someone who, we're talking about faith as a theme this year, who had incredible faith in the community of Newark. So we're honored to receive this gift. The gentleman wanted to remain unnamed and humbly offered this amazing picture of Mr. Brown, which we will find a space for on the wall and just, continue to honor the work he's done and try to fill his shoes. So thank you all. And, we send in blessings to the holidays. So thank you, Dr. Mott.
So much, Reggie. I want to give a shout out before we all leave to ShopRite of Newark for providing us with this food. ShopRite has been wonderful. They always come through for us. They are really and truly a member of our community and they give back. So I'm going to turn the show over to Victor Days and friends and sister. Okay.
Can y'all hear me? Oh, my mic is on. The mic is on. All right, so this is an original song. It's called Hypnotic Soul. So if you want to go on any streaming platform, it's available for you to check it out. It's called Hypnotic Soul. Yeah, Hypnotic Soul. Can you say that? Hypnotic Soul. Yes, yes. Hypnotic Soul. Uh-huh. It's about Black love, right? And we need more of that. We need more unity in the family, right? So here we go. Said Hypnotic Soul. Oh, okay. Hypnotic Soul. Say Hypnotic Soul. Say Hypnotic Soul. Hypnotic Soul. Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right? Because the unity starts in the home, right? With a unified mom and a unified dad, a family as a unit, right? So we want to empower Black love, all types of Black love. You heard? Said hypnotic flow, intentions and goals, big bro, mother, goose and father, time till we get unite in love. Don't fight in love. Our love can be divine, reach your limits, soaring high above the sky on a natural high. Love can sweep you off your feet, give you appetite, and leave you weak. Do you recall that night you kept me warm? We were wet from the storm. You never go. In my ear about how we have a good thing here. True, for sure we shouldn't have to hide what we found. Free, let love take control and join the ride. If you need to know who me, ease your mind. Yeah, so true. Hypnotic, so everything. Oh, never thought that I'd ever feel so love like this. I can walk out in a trance you want it so hypnotic. We have to hide what we found. Love take control and join the ride. If you with me, ease your mind. So show that you are such things can't be. Thinking back on that night, magic fills the atmosphere. I felt so deep in love with you before. That's why so thinking more. Show that true love. So this can't be. We let it down. Beautiful, let your love. You've never said, you've never said, you've never said, you've never said, intentions and go, 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 you've never said, you've never said, it's not true. Such things can't be. If you
For the star, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.